Welcome to Bannerlord Mods Weekly, where I cover new Mount & Blade Bannerlord mods weekly. Are you horny? No? Well, prepare to be, with the mod GT MegaBodyBB by Hagon that makes a new body to satisfy the thirstiest of both men and women. Or maybe it just makes you more thirsty? We'll find out. Get ready to make your hero look like an over-sexualized caricature and enjoy every single moment of it. But if playing as a human isn't your style, become the demon dummy mommy you were always meant to be. This isn't like those old warband mods where the horns were really just head armor, nor is it like early Bannerlord race mods where your supposed orc is really just a dude with green skin. Hagon has actually added a new race, created new textures, customized its body, added new eye colors, and implemented a set of horns to choose from the character creator. This mod also adds new sets of armors, including, but not limited to, Sexy Crusader Nun, Skimpy Knight, Maid, and much more that I will not be showing. Stand as a giantess amongst men and show them how a true queen behaves. Get out of the way, Regea, the Simps have chosen their new master. But what if you don't want just normal troops to lord over as the new dummy queen of Calradia? Well then, this next Bannerlord mod, the Legion of the Dummy Thiccc by Gazukul, is the perfect mod for you. Taking Hagon's mod and creating a troop tree out of it, you now have access to the most thoughty of troops. With thighs big enough to crush your skull with, right before they drink out of it, your legion of the wicked and the damned will storm over Calradia, an unstoppable force of naked freedom and self-expression. And at the end of your campaign, you will walk away from your computer, proud of your accomplishments, but ashamed of yourself.
I do not wish to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy.
But who cares about you? We've got more mods to cover. Isn't it strange that in a land full of kings and queens, there's not a single royal guard to be found? These are supposed to be the most important people of their nations, but they have no specialized protection at all? With this next Bannerlord mod, Household Troops by Thiccc, the rulers of Calradia now have their own personal guard that fills up on its own at a rate of 2 to 4 troops per day from a pool of loyal subjects that are, of course, paid for by the state. Those rulers aren't going to pay for protection out of pocket. Don't be silly. Besides, once you're a ruler in Calradia, you are the state. The players themselves, unfortunately, do not get their own personal guard, not until they're a king at least. I tried to spawn a few for myself, didn't work, the game would crash on entering a battle. But Thiccc does plan on expanding this mod to include clan leaders, guards, and more. So get it now and give those kings and queens the boost they deserve, and keep an eye on it for more expansions. Speaking of expansions, Blackshields by Saint Suicide is a troop expansion module for Mount & Blade that adds a custom troop tree of hardened warriors to your game, fleshed out with all your major unit types: infantry, spearmen, cavalry, archers, crossbowmen, and cavalry archers. Upgrade from any base game unit as you can choose from any culture to promote into the Blackshield line of badasses. And if you like badasses, Alenia the Bright by Elderon and Custom Wanderers by Dr. Denzel have both been updated to work on Bannerlord 1.8 by Daedalus 1PL. Enjoy a level 1 NPC that can grow and improve however you'd like, and an expanded list of companions that can vary much more in style, skill, and personality than the native Bannerlord ones as you form the perfect group of NPCs to aid you in your inevitable conquest of Calradia. Another popular mod that has been picked up by others, Nednad Picconi's CBU Banners, has finally been updated to the latest version of the game by Swadian Paladin and Hawk the Rock. This mod, like Vanilla Banner Replacer from last week, changes the look of every single banner in the game and is a great way to make your game feel fresh without needing a massive overhaul or conversion. So if these banners are more your style than last week's, check them out. And if you didn't see the banners from last week, go check out that video. Next up, this Bannerlord mod, Age of Guns by GenPog, takes the opportunity to remodel every native bow and crossbow in the game into gorgeously crafted firearms. Complete with animations, particle effects, and even optional sound files, the mod is perfectly balanced for native, as GenPog has opted not to adjust projectile speed or any other weapon stat, leaving them as they are in the base game, just with a cool new look. But if guns aren't your thing and you want something a little more grounded or historical, then you're probably a bow guy. Guns suck, be a bow guy. Javelins suck, be a bow guy. Swords suck, be a bow guy. This Mountain Blade Bannerlord module, Bows of the World by BestMod168, adds 9 new bows to the game from a variety of cultures. We have English, Roman, Scythian, Mongol, Mughal, and Han bows now added, many of which are better than the noble bow, the best native bow in the game. Don't worry about it being too overpowered though, as this mod has a much higher skill requirement for many of them, giving us access to useful weapons beyond the 70 bow skill requirement, and actually adding some much needed late game progression unlocks to the game. The mod also adds 2 new quivers, a larger 30 arrow Bodkin quiver, and a massive 42 arrow Mongol quiver. Finally, we have what is probably the most expansive mod of this week, Warlord's Battlefield by Boss Raphael, aka Wake Up 1111. It is an even greater expansion than his Vlandian, Empire, and Khuzait troop overhauls that we covered last week. This mod also covers his Aserai, Sturgeon, and New Battanian overhauls. How did I miss the Sturgeon and Aserai overhauls last week, you ask? But this is not simply a combination of his troop overhaul mods. This mod also includes new troop variants, balance changes, tier 7 troops for those with the tier 7 troop unlocker mod, and other tweaks and improvements to bring the entirety of his collection under a single, unified module. A special shout out to the Sturgeon troop tree, which is, thankfully, based on the Kievan Rus like they're supposed to be, not the Nords as most troop overhaul mods turn the Sturgeons into. This mod is also designed with realistic battle mod in mind for those who prefer to play with that, but works well and is still balanced for native, making it the perfect choice for all players. This is one of, if not the most extensive troop overhaul mods for native Bannerlord, and anyone would be a fool not to at least try it out. That's all the mods for this week, but a fair warning for those of you who are going to try GT MegaBodyBB, because I know 100% that's going to be the most popular one this week. The mod has a few issues right now. It causes crasher with uiExtender when you try to select a demon race, so it's incompatible with any mod that relies on that. It doesn't work on sandbox either as far as I can tell. You have to play on campaign. If you do run it, you have to go into the character editor to switch the race back to demon every time you reload the save. And lastly, the mod is obviously not safe for work. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and that sucks. Bye.